Alrighty, welcome back everyone. This is my God of War walkthrough guide on Chaos difficulty. This is the second last video. This is a long one because obviously I wanted to fit in all the fights, and then the boss fight. Well, the entirety of next video will be just the boss fight. So yeah, this one's not too bad. It's got a lot of fights in it, and it's very long, this video, because obviously I wanted to fit everything in this video, because this is the end of the game anyways. The only reason why it's so long is because there is a part towards around probably the middle of this video, maybe a fourth into this video, where you will see me do probably the hardest fight in this game, which is the labyrinth fight. It can last around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how fast you kill them and stuff like that. So for this first fight, it's just a Gorgon. You just want to basically block and parry it if you have the chance, of course, but as you see, I just take the soldiers and I just kill it the normal way here. Now 2 more will spawn in after this, so make sure you definitely parry them, which you'll see that I also do. You'll see that I do parry the 2 that spawn in, since when there's 2 of these people, they can gang up on you very easily. So just make sure that you basically kill them with the stair, or else you're gonna have a really rough time with this fight. And that should be it for this fight. It's just those Gorgons and the soldiers, which they aren't too bad, so that's about it. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the next fight or puzzle, because there is a couple puzzles here which I will show you how to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to that. Alright, so for this puzzle, you just want to pull this all the way out, which I didn't do at first. I thought I could just pull it out long enough and then let go, but as you see, you do have to pull it all the way out. This is just, what's it called? This is just platforming right here. You're not really doing much. Now, once the water starts rising, you're going to have to hurry up, which it'll start rising as soon as you pull that all the way out. So you want to hurry up. I wait here because I thought it was going to go up, but it doesn't, so just jump across. Keep platforming over to the right, and then you want to climb up now, because that will move out. You want to climb up quickly, make sure you do it quick, because she will drown if you do take too long. You're going to activate this, which will flip the entirety of the room. So this is where it becomes kind of a puzzle, but it's more or less just hard. So you want to go up quickly before the propellers kill you. You want to climb up, and you want to go to the right. Wait until this drops down, and then go on it. Jump over. You want to climb up, climb up. You want to get to the top over here, and you want to turn this this lever, which will then prompt it to fall, which will allow you to pull that or push that button right there, which will then allow the room to flip, fall again, and it will break. And that is it for this puzzle. Very easy puzzle. It's not really too hard. The puzzles in this aren't hard, but you know, most of this video is basically going to be fighting. You're going to see me jump up here, but there's nothing up here. This is just me checking.
I'm ready. This way. Thank you, Kratos.
Our journey is far from over, Pandora. By its end, you will not be thanking me.
I know I look it, but I'm not a child, Kratos. I've seen many terrible things. I'm not afraid. I understand what lies ahead. I saw Zeus torture my father. I saw him beaten because of me. I should have helped him, but I was afraid.
Hephaestus did what every father should do. Protect his child.
No! It's all my fault. I failed him because of fear. Fear is its own kind of darkness. In that darkness, I heard what the gods said about me. They called me a monster.
Words mean nothing.
Perhaps. But in their words, I heard fear. The fear of an ash-covered warrior. The fear of you. As the fear in the gods rose, mine was replaced by hope.
Hope is for the weak, Pandora.
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
This is what hope delivers, child. You should learn that now.
Alright, so here is the big labyrinth battle. Probably the hardest fight in this game. So I'm going to walk you through this. So you're going to start with these three. This is just a very simple fight. You just want to kill them. If you have the Nemean Cestus at level 5, I do recommend you use that, because I realized later in this video that the Nemean Cestus is a very weak weapon to these guys. So make sure you get some use out of that. So for these shield guys, you just want to run to a corner, basically. It's the easiest way, and then just hit them all at once. You want to make sure you get the shield guys first, because they are going to be a pain with their moves while you're trying to attack the other enemies. So as you see here, I only go for the shield guys. So once you're done with all the shield guys, then you can work on killing the screaming ladies again. You can work on killing them again. You just want to make sure you get all of the shield guys out of the way. You can use their bodies once you finish destroying their shield to run them into each other. You're gonna have multiple rounds of these enemies, so just try not to get hit too much in this fight. As you see, I think I only get hit one more time after this. I only get hit twice in this entire fight. So just make sure you're on guard, you're paying attention to what's happening. That is about it until stage 2 starts. You gotta watch out for this bitch on the ground. You can kill her if you want to. Like, you can kill her first. I do here, just because she's the most annoying out of all of them, which is the only reason why I do it. You're gonna see that I kill these guys. So now I get the circle prompt to kill this one. You see, you just gotta keep isolating the fights, basically. Don't have all 4 of them on you at once, because when all 4 of them are on you at once, it's not gonna go well. I think later on in this video you will see that 4 of them do actually gang up on me, but I don't get hit a single time. Because you cannot let them, like, trap you in a corner and just isolate you there. You never let them do that to you. So you just want to keep killing these, just keep killing them, keep killing them. And now this is the next wave when more of the shield guys spawn in. So as soon as you kill these shields, you're going to start getting minotaurs after this. So that's like basically the quote-unquote stage 2, I guess you could say, is when those shield guys spawn in. For the second time, not the first time. Because the first time it's going to be like 7 of them. The second time it's only going to be like 3 of them. So it's not a ton. So once you kill all these people, you will get onto the minotaurs. Then it will go to minotaurs to start spawning in, and then it will go back to these enemies, and I think it goes back to the minotaurs one more time. Alrighty, so this is where the minotaurs spawn in. So what you want to do is you want to always parry the minotaurs, because there's a chance that they fly back. If you get stuck in a situation, excuse me, if you get stuck in a situation where they all surround you, don't worry about trying to parry them. You could just block them. They have all blockable attacks, but parrying them is the best way to get them off of you and to stop them from cornering you. If you want to focus the minotaurs, you can, but I prefer you kill the other enemies first and then kill these guys last, because these are easy. These enemies are easy, because they all have blockable attacks. Every enemy in this fight basically has a blockable attack, so, well, they have all blockable attacks other than the one enemies that are at the start, those screaming ladies. Them, they don't have any, they have one unblockable attack, but it's a ranged attack, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. And once you kill these minotaurs, it's just going to be the same thing as stage 1. It's just going to be a repeat of more of the same enemies that you've been fighting. And that will be it. That will be the end of this fight. This is still very hard, though, because of the amount of enemies that they throw at you. Like, in a row. You gotta fight all these enemies with no boxes. There's no chests here for you to get your health back. There's nothing. You gotta kill all of these people in one singular run. I would like to say that there's much more that you could do, but there really isn't. It's, when you look at the fight, it looks hard, but when you're doing it, you're gonna see that it's not too bad. Once you get the hang of it, once you know all their attacks, once you know what they're gonna do, once you know what enemies are gonna spawn in at what time, it's gonna get easier the more that you die on this part, and that's what you're gonna realize after a little bit. Just make sure you use your bow a lot if you can. You see that I don't use my bow too much, but the bow can really help you in situations against minotaurs mainly. The minotaurs are, that's what the bows are like the best for. Yeah, so good luck on this fight. After you complete this fight, there's one other hard fight after this, but it's not like, it's not super bad compared to this fight. Because this fight isn't hard, it's just long. The next fight that you go to is going to be a hard fight, but it can be a very short fight, to say. You won't see any of my deaths on it. I died around, I think, 2 times, but I don't think I'm going to show them. Because I just want to basically get to the point with this video, and this video at the moment is very long, around 40 minutes, so I don't really want to keep my deaths in. I think I only died twice in this entire video, which is only on a certain fight, and that is it. So yeah, I probably won't show many of my deaths in this one. Now if it was a more shorter video, I wouldn't have minded showing my deaths, but these are basically going to be the lengths of, like, when I go to God of War and God of War Ragnarok. These are going to be the length of videos that I'm probably going to have to make because of how, not how long the game is, but you can kind of save anywhere. So, like, I could technically choose when I wanted to stop. But there's certain spots where you want to actually stop and where you don't feel like it's worth stopping at. Back to this game though, you can use your magic here. You will see that I've only used my magic once. If you're gonna ask for my recommendation on who to use it on, you should probably use it on these the screaming enemies, the ones that can scream at you and stuff. They're not the hardest to kill, but they're the only enemies that you can block. So it's better if you use your power on people that you can't block than the ones that you can block. Obviously it's only one attack, but you know, they can still hit you if you block, and that's a problem sometimes. Like I said, that you can't always parry, then it's a problem. So, and I think this marks the end of the fight here. Actually, I think it is over right now after I kill these 2 enemies. I think this will be the end of the fight. So, oh no, it looks like there are a couple of minotaurs left. So hopefully after these couple of minotaurs, it is actually over this time. Yeah, it's a medium difficulty fight, but the reason why this is probably the hardest fight in the game, well, I wouldn't say hardest, I would just say, you know, there's no other way to really put it other than hard because of the time of length that this is. Because this is a very lengthy fight. As you see, I just finished. That fight was probably around 8 to 9 minutes for me. And depending on how fast you kill them, or how slow you kill them, it could take you way longer. So that can be a very long and hard fight. But the fight after this is going to be very challenging, which is the one that I do die twice on, which you will see in a bit. So, yeah, let's move on to that fight.
The chain, Kratos. My father once told me it maintains the balance of power within Olympus. Break the chain to raise the labyrinth.
Wait here.
Alright, so you just have a quick skydiving scene. Skydiving. Ain't even in the sky. Very simple. This is not too hard. You just gotta avoid a couple of meteorites and just keep dodging. The best advice there's not really much advice I could give you on this, other than just stay in the bottom right. You know, the bottom right is like king on these parts. They're always really good. It always has the least amount of things you get to dodge. And yeah, that's about it for this part. That's all I can really say. There's not really much that you can do on this part. So, I mean, maybe there's some things that you could do. I could try the other sides, but there's honestly no point to try the other sides. Just this bottom right side, as you're seeing here, is just good enough. And then you see I go to the middle here. I test out the middle. The middle's pretty good too. And yeah, this is the final part here. When you see these little fans, this is how you know that you're right at the end. And you just want to avoid these, and you are now done. So that is it. Alrighty, so now you're going to be on to the fight where it is a Cerberus, and there's a couple more of the annoying enemies that we fought in the garden. If you know who I'm talking about, then you know who I'm talking about. Those enemies are so disgusting. But luckily there's no walls for them to jump off here. They can jump off of some invisible walls, but you don't really have to worry about it. If they do that, you could just easily dodge away because this is a big arena, unlike before where it was super small. So when this Cerberus spits out the little kids, they are going to try and suicide on you. So just grab one and throw it back at them. There will be some times where you will somehow still get hit even when you're in animation. It's weird. It shouldn't happen too often though. It didn't happen too often for me. So for her stage 1, for the stage 1 Cerberus, it's just this. You're just gonna keep kicking the dogs at him and then shooting with the bow. And then you're gonna finish it. And then you're gonna move on to stage 2. This is when it gets hard. Because now you got this kid on your ass as well. Your best bet is to keep parrying and just try to keep hitting him. But do not kill him on this part, because if you kill him on this part, you're going to have 2 more spawning in when you destroy the first head. So just lower his health and leave him alive, and then once you destroy that head, his second head, that's when you could start using your magic and your rage to kill him and the second one that spawns in. But make sure you target the Cerberus, because as soon as the Cerberus is dead, this is a cakewalk. These enemies can't do anything since there's no walls nearby for them to jump on. They can't do the attack they were doing in the garden. So you want to basically focus the Cerberus once you get the second head off. You want to focus kill it. Make sure that dies. Once that dies, it's a fairly simple fight. So that is about it. For stage 2. We're gonna wait until he goes to stage 3, and that is when I will continue. So as you see, I had to use a power here because I was going to die. I have exactly 1 HP. So yeah. yeah, that's pretty much it for stage 2. There's not really much else. He will do that slam attack, but that's an easy attack to dodge. You could just dodge like to the left, and it won't hit you. It's very easy. Don't grab this guy, because if you do grab him, the Cerberus will attack you, or these dogs will suicide on you, and you will die. If you have as low as health as me, or else you'll just take damage. So I think right here, yep, the second head's off. So now this is where you will see that I do use magic, because as I said many times, I do condone using magic against these enemies because they suck. As you see, he jumped on that like invisible wall. I don't know how he did it. Must have magical powers or something. I don't know, man. So you're gonna see here, I absolutely target the Cerberus. He takes a ton of hits to kill, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. So I target him, use the rage. I do almost die here, but luckily I am able to grab the Cerberus in time before I die, which gives me enough health to survive. That's also why you should kill him. He does give you a lot of health. It's not too much, but it's at least enough to survive one extra hit. Now, it would give you a lot, but you're playing on Chaos difficulty. And those big green orbs, they don't give you shit on Chaos difficulty. And the small ones, I don't even think they give you anything, to be honest. So now you're going to be in a 1v2 here. Like I said, just keep parrying them. They can't do their jump off the wall attack unless if they're glitched or if they're at a corner. And you see there, he did the glitch again. He jumped on top of the brazier somehow. Don't know how he did that. Once you kill one and you're stuck in a one, hopefully you can kill the one that you were constantly damaging before. And for this one, you just want to keep grabbing him until he dies. And that will be it for this fight. This is probably the legitimate hardest fight out of the entire game, is this one here. But as long as you do it that way, you shouldn't have too much of a problem with these guys. Alrighty, so now we have 3 more fights left until we're done with the game, so let's go to one of those 3. Alright, so here's fight 1 of 3 until we're done with this game. Well, obviously not counting the boss fight, but let's just say until we're done with this video. So we're gonna get some dogs and more of these enemies. These are the enemies that are weak to the Nubian Cestus. So you just want to keep grabbing the dogs, and you want to just keep grabbing them. Now there's sometimes where they will glitch, and you see that they like circle you, and then they'll grab you instantly as soon as you're done with the animation. Don't worry about that. Just shake it off, and just continue to kill the dogs until they're all dead. Once they're all dead, this fight becomes super easy because it's just these enemies, and you know, they don't really have much attacks. They just have their one ranged attack, and the rest you can just block. So it's a very simple fight. And yeah, there's not really much to explain here. When they go invisible, just make sure you use the Head of Helios to reveal them. And that's about it. That is fight 1 of 3. So we will go on to the second fight. As this is the second fight, so this is a very easy fight. It's just gonna be these enemies with the shields, and that's it. There's all of the enemies for this area. You just want to break all the shields first, like I told you before. Make sure you break all the shields first, and then they just become regular reinforced soldiers that take a bunch of extra hits. This area is a bit weird. As you can see, there's like the little like slumps in the floor, and they don't let you like go up for some reason, even though it's like the smallest fucking what's it called? It's just the smallest way up. It just doesn't make any sense to me. That's about it for the second fight, so let's move on to the third and final fight. Alrighty, so now we move on to the third fight. As you see there, I did skip my one death that I have on that part. So there's my 2 deaths. So this fight's gonna be 4 armored enemies like this that you just destroy with the Nemean Cestus, and it's gonna be 2 more of these enemies here, but they can't really jump on the wall unless if you let them go towards the wall, which you will see does happen to me. It's just 2 of each. It's a very simple fight. This is gonna be your last fight with these enemies here. Well, with all the enemies in the game, actually. Other than... Actually, yeah. I think this is the final enemies that you face. Not counting the boss fight, of course. Yeah, this fight's very simple. You just want to watch out for... Don't let him get... don't go towards him when he's close to a wall. Force him to go to your terrain. Force him to fight in your area instead of the area that he wants to fight in, or else he will do his jump attack. When he is in the middle, if you do get him in the middle, just keep spamming circle on him, and he will eventually die. As you see, he does jump on the wall here, but I grabbed him just in time. And I think he does it again here, but I just dodge away. And yeah, he does. He tries to do it again there. So as you can see, I move away. I force him to step in my terrain instead of being in the area that he likes to be in. So once these second shield enemies spawn in, just make sure you do target them, get them killed, because he will be a nuisance in the way. Well, they will be, not him. They will be very hard when their shields are up, but once their shields are gone, you don't really have to worry about them too much. You could just parry them, use them as a parry machine to help you kill the other guy. Honestly, it's up to you. And that is it. That is the final fight in this video, and that is the final fight for this game. Now you just have one more, and you only have one more video and only one more fight. It is Zeus. He has 3 stages, and yeah, we will be now moving on to the Zeus boss fight. So the rest of this is going to be cutscenes and a couple of chests. Now, I don't have enough blood at the end of the game to max out everything. I maxed out everything but the Claw of Hades. I miss it by 1 level. But that is fine, because when you kill Zeus in one of his stages, he gives you blood, which is enough blood to max out all your weapons. At least I'm pretty sure I have enough blood to do that. So, I will see you towards the... actually, no, I will see you in a couple seconds. Alright, so I'm actually going to see you on this part. This isn't hard, but I still have to obviously explain it, because that's how this walkthrough guide is. It's just, I think around what, like 6 meteors that go by you, and that's it. And you just gotta stay in the middle, avoid the meteors, and as soon as you see all the debris falling, you're pretty much done. That's about it for this flying scene. There are a couple fireballs here, but I doubt that you'll get hit by any, and even if you do, they do almost no damage to you, even on chaos. That is about it. So now I will see you when we go to level up our weapons and get the other chests.
Pandora! Pandora! Athena?
It's all right, Kratos.
Remember your purpose, Spartan. Remember why you have come so far. Prepare yourself, Spartan. You know what you must do.
I will raise the labyrinth. I will take her where she belongs.
Alright, so you want to go to this back corner, and you want to grab all these chests, use the demon cestus to break that in the back. So, you're going to see me level up all of my weapons in this video at the end of it, and see how far I can get. Which I can get the Head of Helios maxed out, and I can get the Claw of Hades to level 4. I get everything done but the Claw of Hades. It's at level 4 out of 5. That's the only thing I'm missing. Now, when I start the next video, at the start of the next video, you will see that I have all my blood back, and I'm going to respend it, just in case if no one obviously stayed till the end of this, and they want to see it at the start of the next one. That'll just be more proof, just to show that I do get everything but one thing leveled up, but one level, which is still good enough. In case you decided to level up a different weapon or anything, I showed you that you can basically get everything in the game, and you still can, which I will be doing once I think it's in Zeus's stage 1. I'm not 100% sure, but I think after stage 1, after you beat him in stage 1, he gives you the blood for it, and then you're good. I think that's how it is. So yeah, as you see, I am around how many away? I think it was, what, 8,000 to level it up, so I'm around 7,500 away. Alrighty, that is it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.